Hello, grade 10. Welcome back to KS Online. This is your teacher, Sir Joey, and this will be our lesson for this week. We are now of our new unit. We've finished for the past 5 weeks, Unit 4, and now we are on our new unit, Unit 5, and it's all about school life. This week, we will be tackling all about school life verbs. And also, should and must. So that will be our topic for this week. Again, school life verbs and should and must. You can open your student book on page 48. And you will take what's your attitude to school quiz. Are you a good student or have you got an attitude problem, especially in school? Why not try this test and then you can see for yourselves. Again, Unit 5 is all about school life. So we will be tackling in school, out of school, homeschool, school at home, or any terms would you like to use. It's all about school life. So get your student book, open on page 48, 49, and just circle your answer. For number 1, what's the best way to enjoy school? Is it A, make friends, B, get good marks and pass exams, C, both A and B? So in this quiz, what's your attitude to school quiz? We can learn some words and phrases in blue. Words and phrases in blue. So take note of that. Number 2, what's the best way to avoid problems? Good question. Especially in school. Number 1, you should play truant. Sure, what's play truant? Oh, that's a new word. So you have to look into a dictionary and check the meaning of the truant. Letter B, you shouldn't be noisy in class. Letter C, you should study and help people. Wow, that's nice. Let's move on to number 3. When do you revise for a test? Revise means you have to review. A, never. B, the day of the test. Letter C, a day or 2 before the test. So that's number 3. Now, let's go to number 4. What do you think about people who cheat in exams? A, it's normal. Letter B, people shouldn't do it, but it sometimes happens. And letter C, people mustn't cheat. It isn't allowed. Let's move on to page 49. That's number 5. If you fail an exam, what should you do? Good question. Letter A, copy a friend's work next time. Do you do this? Letter B, do your homework in the future. And letter C, find out why you got a bad mark and take the exam again. Good answer. Number 6, what must you do if someone bullies you? Bully is very common in school. And bullying is not allowed in our school. It is strongly discouraged. But what must you do if someone bullies you? Letter A, you can't do anything. Letter B, you must confront the bully. And letter C, you must tell an adult about it, or you must tell to your teacher about it. That's letter C. That's number 6. 2 to go. Number 7. What should schools do with bullies? Or how the school respond to bullying? Letter A, nothing. Letter B, suspend them or expel them. Suspend meaning suspended for how many days or for how many weeks, but can come back. Expel meaning not able, not allowed anymore to study in school. Letter C, write a polite letter to their parents. Circle your answer. And lastly, what do you want to do before you leave school? Leave school, this means you graduate school. After you will be on grade 12, you have to leave school. Whether you like it or not, you have to leave school. So the question is, what do you want to do before you graduate? Before you leave school? Letter A, become more popular. Letter B, improve your English. And letter C, get a qualification. Right? So after you finish, after you circle your answers, take photo and send to me, direct to my messenger. Take photo and send to me, direct to my messenger. Let's move on. Should and must. Listen very closely. When to use should and when to use must. Now you can pause this video and you can answer question number 4 on page 49. You answer number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And then you can also answer letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D, and letter E. Are you ready? Pause this video and then answer question number 4. Should and must. Here are your answers. Here are the correct answers. But before you check on the answers, make sure you have your answers of your own for this question number 4. Again, make sure you have answers on this question by your own. So here are the correct answers. For number 1, you blank tell an adult about it. So the answers taken, or the answers are taken from our What's Your Attitude to School quiz. So it's the answers, all of these answers are coming from the article. So let's answer now. You blank tell an adult about it. What's your answer? The answer is must. You blank study and help people. The answer is should. Number 3, people blank cheat. Mustn't. And number 4, you blank be noisy in class. Shouldn't. So take note, for question number 1, example sentence number 1, we use must. For example question number 2, we use should. For question number 3, example question number 3, we use mustn't. Question example number 4, shouldn't. So 1 must is affirmative. Number 3, mustn't, that's negative. Number 2, should, that's affirmative. And number 4, shouldn't, that's negative. Now let's go to the rules by answering questions letter A, B, C, D, or E. Which verb do we use for rules and strong obligations? Remember, rules and strong obligations. Letter A, we use must. So remember, when we use for rules and strong obligations, use must. Letter B, which verb do we use for advise? Should. Advise, should, which means you are not allowed. Letter C, mustn't. And letter D, do we use to after must and should? No. We use the base form of the verb, meaning tell, study, cheat, and be noisy. So take note, we will not use to. And letter E, do we add S in the third person singular forms of must and should? Singular forms, third person? No. We will use the base form of the verb. All right. Remember, which verb do we use for rules and strong obligations? We use must. And for negative, mustn't. Which verb do we use for advice? Should. For negative, shouldn't. Don't forget that rules. And the base form of the verb. No need to put to, no need to add S. All right. How many points have you got for number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4? I'll give 2 points each. That's 8 points all in all. For letters A, B, C, D, E. So 2 points each again. So that's 10 points plus 8, total score 18 points. How many points have you got? So post your answers on our grade 10 advanced English group. Okay? Don't forget that. Post your name, your section with your score on our grade 10 advanced English group. And I'll give you, before we will end, I'll give you number 5. I'm not showing you because number 5 has answers. So on page 49, number 5, you answer 1 to 6. That will be your homework for this week. Again, page 49, number 5, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 12 points. 2 points each number. So that's 12 points all in all. Don't forget, your homework should be done today, tomorrow, Wednesday, until Thursday. The deadline is until Thursday. Friday, we don't have class. All right. That's all for this week. See you again next week for our week 2 lesson. This is your teacher, Sir Joey, saying thank you for joining. I hope you learned something. And if you have a question, don't hesitate to post a comment on our grade 10 advanced English group. See you again, and God bless everyone. Keep safe, and bye-bye.